Yeah, my real name is. Are you gonna cut off this part, bro? Yo.
Yo! Hey friends, how's it going? I'm with my good dear friend, OG.
Hello, guys.
So, yeah, as Tyler mentioned, OG is from Mongolia, but OG is actually not your real name, right?
My name is Batachir. I'm from Mongolia. I'm studying in Canada right now.
Nice. And does your name have a meaning in Mongolia?
Yes. So, so there's two parts, bat and achir. So the bat means kind of hard, tough. So
Okay.
tough.
Yeah.
And then achir is some kind of a rock.
Rock.
But I know what kind of a rock it is. Yeah, so it's
Ah.
kind of a tough rock.
Tough rock. Nice, nice. So I like that. It fits you because, you're a tough rock, Yeah, so how did the name OG come about then?
Oh, the name OG. Back in home in Mongolia, my friends used to call me OG.
Yeah.
I don't know where it actually came from. They just started calling me that.
Yeah.
But most of my friends back in Mongolia call me Ochka.
Ochka.
Ochka. Yeah.
Ah.
I usually go by Ochka in Mongolia, but OG outside of Mongolia.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's nice, man. And in Mongolia, how common are English names?
Oh, they're not common at all.
Not common at all.
Not common at all.
So all Mongolian
all
names.
Mongolian names.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like for context, I met OG at a restaurant called BBQ Chicken. It's this Korean fried chicken joint. And when was that? When did you join BBQ?
It was in October 2023.
23. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
we had a good time there. What 6 months together at least?
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Those were good times.
Yeah,
those
we ate so much food.
And we talked
got in
a lot
trouble
by talking.
By talking. We're still working. We're good workers.
I know, right?
But I guess we ate a bit too much. Definitely. It was bulking season,
Especially me.
I remember one time I couldn't eat. I felt sick, so I gave you my portion.
I know, right?
And then your bowl of rice and chicken was like
it was so big. Oh my! It was piled up.
And then you walked past.
I walked past the mom.
The mom, yeah.
Yeah.
So the mom's the owner of the shop, and she looked.
Oh my gosh, she gave me that look.
Like, what? Yeah.
Why does he have this much food?
I know. And I had to explain that. No, I gave him my portion.
But she didn't really probably care about it. Yeah, because she just didn't like the part that I ate a lot.
True.
Yeah. Even though he gave me his portion, he just didn't care. She just didn't like it.
Yeah. Jeez. When did you come to Canada again?
I came to Canada in 2022.
Yeah.
2022 September.
2022 September.
Yeah.
All
so
right,
I actually went to London, Ontario.
All right. Yeah, London. Yeah.
So I stayed there for a year, and then I actually studied there at a college. And I couldn't really find a lot of jobs there because it's a pretty small city.
Exactly.
There's not a lot of opportunities to find a job. So it was pretty hard. I had to pay for my rent, my living. So I was like, I got to move to a different city, but bigger one. Yeah. And here's Toronto.
And you transferred your degree to Toronto.
But I actually couldn't really use my credits. So I had to start over again.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was just 1 year loss. So I just lost 1 year.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. That still sucks, eh? 1 year is still a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I like it. Yeah. I love the people that I met there. Yeah.
In London?
In London, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Do you have a plan on going back to visit London?
I planned so many times, but I just couldn't find the time
it's hard,
to go.
right? It's so far.
So far.
So far.
And just, the work and school schedule just can't fit in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's even hard for us to meet up.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I can't even meet with you. It's so hard.
Yeah. And I'm curious about what life is like in Mongolia.
In Mongolia,
Yeah.
life is right now it's pretty hectic, especially in the winter because the air pollution is really bad. Because a lot of people live outside the city. They live in a yurt. That's what we call it. You know yurt, bro? The Mongolian traditional house.
Oh yes.
So a lot
They're
of
still
people,
living there.
Yeah.
Like, that's still common.
Yeah, it's still common.
Wow,
like even in the
interesting.
city, people outside the city, they live there. Even inside the city, some yurts there too.
Okay.
Yeah. So they burn coal to stay warm. So the coal burns and there's smoke comes out.
Yeah.
And then the air pollution is pretty bad there. Yeah.
Damn. So how modern would you say Mongolia is?
Mongolia is pretty modern. I know some people, when they think about Mongolia, all they think about is countryside with horses and yurts. But I mean, it is like that. But we do have a capital city called Ulaanbaatar. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a pretty big city with, I would say, 1.2 million people. I think.
Okay, that's decent.
Yeah.
And what are the buildings like in the city?
Buildings are pretty good. We have good architecture. Not a lot of big buildings like in Toronto, but we still have a couple buildings that are pretty tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally don't know much about Mongolia, and I'm sure like my friends don't either. So if I were to go there, like what's one place we have to see?
I would say countrysides.
Countrysides?
Yeah. I like Hofskud Lake. That's one of the really nice places to go.
Yeah.
I've been there only once, but I love it there. There's a lot of places you should go. If you go to the city, it's still nice, but it's so busy. The traffic's insane, and the people are pretty mean too. I mean, they love tourists, foreign people, but they kind of mean to each other. They don't like each other.
Oh wow.
Yeah. When they're walking in the street, their looks are kind of intense.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of like they want to get into a fight, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
So would you say that's the older generation, or even like the newer generations are like that?
Newer generation are worse, I guess.
Are worse?
Are worse.
Oh my. So growing up, what was it like for you as a kid and teenager?
As a kid, I was pretty calm kid growing up, but I really liked sports. I love sports. And I was mostly outside with my friends.
Yeah.
Playing like catch or bowling outside.
Yeah. Basketball,
Basketball and dancing too.
All right, yeah. OG is a b-boy dancer, right? And, like,
used to be,
yeah.
Yeah.
Some good moves.
I used to go to a Russian Mongolian joint school when I first started, when I went to high school.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a Mongolian school, but with a lot of Russian teachers. Yeah.
Interesting. So I'm really bad at geography, but how close is Russia to Mongolia?
So Russia's right above us.
Right above.
Yeah.
Okay, so quite a heavy influence.
Yeah, really big influence.
And would you say you guys get along with Russia?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We do. Okay. Nowadays we're still friendly to each other, but back in the days, I feel like we were more tight.
More tight.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
We always have our backs, or each other's backs.
Yeah,
I should say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, did they teach you Russian growing up?
Yeah.
At all? So
in the Mongolian Russian joint school, I mostly speak Russian because most of the teachers are Russians and just my classmates are Mongolians.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the classes are in Russia. And then we started learning Mongolian, I think starting 5th grade, Mongolian language. Yeah, 5th grade.
So to this day, would you say you're fluent with Russian, or you just know the basics?
I used to be pretty good at it, but I'm pretty bad now because
Rusty.
If you don't use it, lose it.
Yeah, exactly
right.
Yeah, that's true.
But sometimes here and there, I speak with Russian people here. Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you hear someone like, oh, you jump in the conversation.
Yeah.
Nice,
But it's pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm also curious about like what made you want to come to Canada.
Come to Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, in 2019, I went to the US. I used to live in Seattle, United States. I lived there for a year, and then that's when the COVID came out in May. Oh, in March, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I started for like 2 months online, and then I had to go back because I lost my job. My restaurant closed. The restaurant I was working at.
Sushi restaurant, right?
Sushi restaurant. Yeah. I can't remember. Oh, Kampai Sushi. Yeah. And then I lost my job, so there was no income. So there was no reason to stay in Seattle to waste money and pay rent.
Yeah.
So I decided to go back. So I went back, and I think it was in July, if I remember correctly. July. And I went to Mongolia, and then I stayed in Mongolia for 2 years. Yeah, I stayed in 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. I finished my second year of college studying online during midnight hours. So my hours were changed.
Yeah.
So I was waking up during midnight and then sleeping throughout the day. It was not fun at all.
That doesn't sound fun.
For a whole semester, bro. Can you believe that? Oh my God.
God damn. So you initially studied in America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to be a computer science student before.
Yeah.
And then oh yeah, back to your question. And then the reason I went to Canada was because I wanted to continue my journey, my bachelor's degree journey that I didn't get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was debating between going to Japan, Canada, or just stay in Mongolia to get a degree. So I talked with my family, and then we decided to go to Canada. Yeah.
So just sorry to backtrack, but what was it like living in America, like Seattle? What's that culture like?
It was a dream come true back then. Oh my God. I was so happy because back in 2015, I went to US for the first time as an exchange student. So that opened my eyes so much.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just wanted to go back to US. And after I finished my high school, I wanted to go to college. So I was like, all right, I'm a prep for SAT and TOEFL to go there. And then, yeah, life in America was a dream come true. I was so inspired. I was so motivated.
Yeah.
Like waking up in the morning at 4 a.m. was no problem. Even though I would go to sleep at 12 or 11 p.m., waking up at 4 a.m. was no problem at all.
Wow, man. Good.
Yeah.
So now that you're living in Canada, do you still prefer America over Canada? Or like what's your thoughts now on living in both countries?
That's a really hard question.
There's a lot of different factors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of factors.
What did you enjoy the most in America?
The most that I enjoyed, having a lot of things, like a lot of different things. Because when I used to live in Mongolia, right, we didn't really have all those like nice like American things, like chocolates. Like when you go to a grocery store, they have a lot of stuff, right? Yeah. But back in Mongolia, I mean, we do have stuff, but we don't really have like American stuff.
Yeah.
So that was really nice having like all those different kinds of foods.
Yeah, access to a lot of different things.
Yeah, definitely. I would say like everything was really nice. Just going to America, meeting new people.
Yeah.
And even just the city itself, Seattle, was just so beautiful that I fell in love with it. I'm really disappointed that I couldn't explore more because I was planning to go around Washington State. Yeah. That's where the Seattle is. I will go around Washington State during my summer break, but COVID happened, so that didn't happen.
And yeah, because I guess if you stayed in America, you would have had a chance to watch more NBA games, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh my God, that year I was planning on watching it, but I couldn't. Yeah.
Have you watched an NBA game here yet?
Yeah, in 2015 when I went to America first.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about in Toronto?
In Toronto, no, I haven't gone in a game in Toronto yet.
Okay.
But I'm planning to though.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the other day about I was scrolling through Instagram and there was a reel about Stephen Curry, which is my favorite player in NBA. He's pretty old, almost 40 now, so he's probably gonna retire soon, right? So I was like, oh my god, I haven't really seen his games in real life that a lot.
Yeah.
So I only seen once back in 2015. I think it was Golden State versus Raptors. Portland. Portland. Yeah, it was Portland versus Golden State. Yeah, so that's the only time. So I was thinking I should watch more.
Yeah.
Steph games before he retires.
Exactly. Yeah, I also would like to watch Steph Curry too.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him yet. I want to see Steph Curry and LeBron. That's the two people want to see.
You should definitely see it.
LA Lakers versus State Warriors. Yeah, that'll be like the ideal game on to watch. Now that Luka Doncic is,
I know, right?
Lakers now. Yeah, that'll be nice.
They've been really strong. I mean, Golden State's been strong too because they have Jimmy Butler now. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Interesting year for the NBA, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. This year's been crazy.
How has life been now in Canada?
Life's been pretty busy, but I love it. I love being busy. Yeah. It's better than being having a free time all the time. It's not worth it.
True. Like, when you don't feel productive, you just feel lazy all the time. And
definitely. Overall, it's been really good. I met a lot of people, good friend like David. And then Canada itself was really, really nice. I love the people here. There's a lot of positive energy going around here.
It's true. Very open-minded people, very friendly.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I like about Canada too. On my side, personally, the people are who I value the most here. Like, I think you mentioned back then that you want to stay in Canada permanently, right?
Yeah.
So you plan on settling down here, hopefully find a partner and raise a family here.
Hopefully.
End game, yeah.
Hopefully. First of all, I just have to
study,
graduate,
yeah,
and then get a PR,
and then a job,
and then
think about,
and then probably think about family. That part's haven't been in my mind for a long time, I guess.
What's your favorite thing to do in Canada, or Toronto at least?
In Toronto, I really like going to the parks. And I really enjoy going to the Toronto Island.
Yeah. Oh,
it was really nice. Yeah. I can't wait for the summer. I want to go there again.
Yeah, it's so nice during the summer.
Yeah.
If you're a tourist, you have to go to Toronto Island during the summer. It's amazing.
Definitely.
And you told me you biked the island, right? Like 8 hours?
Like 8 hours. I've been biking back and forth,
Oh my goodness.
Because it was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's
so nice.
A lot of things to do, actually. There's a lot of beaches.
Yeah.
There's a lot of barbecue areas.
Exactly.
And it's close to the river too. I mean, it's an island.
Yeah, true. Well, lake, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, lake. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching this in your tourist, one of the beaches is a nude beach, right?
Oh, nude beach, yeah.
I forgot which one it is called, but...
It's called clothing optional beach.
Oh, right, yeah. I forgot the actual name of the beach, but one of them is a nude beach, so just be careful.
Be careful.
You've been to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took your family there, right?
Yeah. I've been there 2 times, actually.
Nice. And yeah, for me, like, if someone comes to visit me, I don't know what else to do to bring them to other than Toronto Island or Niagara Falls. Do you think there's much to do downtown itself?
In downtown, I guess those tourist places, like CN Tower, and then museums. Yeah. But other than that, UFT. UFT is really nice.
Like the area, right?
Yeah, the area, the college, and the architecture of the UFT. True. Oh wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I remember going there during spring, cherry blossoms. Yeah.
Oh yeah, cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms.
Yeah, you definitely got to see a cherry blossom if you come to Toronto.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had cherry blossoms here.
I know, right?
Yeah, I was walking around last year during spring. I was like, damn, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. I've never seen cherry blossom before. This was, last year was my first time seeing it.
Yeah, I think that was my first time too.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I didn't see them in Japan.
Oh, really?
Like, I went to Japan during winter. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But they're beautiful, like pink. And then they're everywhere sometimes in the city.
True. You haven't really gone out during the night much, right?
No, I don't really go out that
Yeah.
much.
You're not really a party guy, right? Or
No,
here and there?
it depends.
On occasion?
Yeah, occasionally.
And what do you normally do in your spare time then?
Like other than going to the gym, there's not a lot of things I've done, I think. I guess just meet friends, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only time like I can meet my friends.
That's true.
Yeah.
And would you say you have a main group of friends here, or it's kind of scattered?
I'm kind of scared.
Scattered.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
So
you kind of like split up your time between your friends and whoever's free and okay. Seems like you've been living quite a chill life in Toronto so far.
Yeah. Pretty chill life.
Yeah. What kind of activity would you want to do now but can't because you have no free time?
Definitely basketball. I really want to get back into basketball.
Yeah.
Because I used to be baller back in the day.
A baller.
A real baller.
But so you're going to leagues here? Competitive?
Oh no. No competitive. Just play myself, bro. Just get like better.
What about like a social league though?
Social league?
Like that's what I meant, like a social league where like friends get together and invest other teams.
Oh, maybe.
Like,
that could happen.
Yeah, so your team is your friends,
and
you enter in a social competition.
Yeah, definitely. I'll think about it. If I have time, that's the one thing I really want to do too. Make a team. Especially like in a company. If I start working in a company, if they have a basketball team, which is really common in Mongolia, a lot of companies they hire people. They most likely to hire people who are really good in sports.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can win in tournaments against other companies that they go against.
Okay. So going back to Mongolia again, what's the most popular sport?
Popular sport? Traditionally, I would say it's wrestling. But in my experience, the people around me that I know plays basketball and football.
Well,
yeah. Or soccer. But in Mongolia, horse racing and wrestling is really big.
I remember I showed you this video of a rave, like a music festival in Mongolia.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of horses in the front.
Yo, that video was so funny. What the hell? I didn't know that actually existed.
Yeah, so I actually didn't know that. Maybe it's because raves and music festivals are a time of now, right?
Yeah.
But back then you wouldn't have known because they weren't that popular back then.
Yeah.
So I guess if you were to go back home now, maybe you might hear of it locally. But yeah, it surprised you too, right?
Yeah, it surprised me too. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, like imagine a music festival at the front. Instead of people like going ham, headbanging, all of that, you got horses just going around in circles.
That was so funny.
I
didn't even know where it was.
I was like, is this my country?
I know, right? I couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I would definitely want to have that experience though. On a horse, on a like a music festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do you like music festivals?
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's one festival called Playtime in Mongolia.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest festival in Mongolia. I went there twice, I think.
Oh.
It's really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what kind of music are you into?
Oh, I'm into lots of different musics.
EDM.
EDM,
like the general
electro,
EDM.
Yeah. House. A lot.
So yeah, let's move on to the personal trainer questions. I'm sure at least half of you were waiting for this moment. What motivated you to start working out?
I would say I don't really have a really like specific reason. Like for some example, people like they're skinny and they get bullied. That's why they start working out, right? But for me, it was just I started watching YouTube videos, especially David Lade. I used to be his fan, probably still his fan. And I just saw his video and then I just thought, I want to get big. Yeah. I want to get muscles.
Nice, and how old were you when you started?
I was close to 18. I was close to 18.
And how much did you weigh in like kilograms at that time, if you remember?
59 kilograms.
59 kilograms at 18?
At 18. I was ripped as hell. I was so ripped because I used to play a lot of sports.
A lot of cardio, so it burned off the fat, right? So you can see all the abs and the muscles, all of that. So you started at 18, you were 59 kilos. What motivated you to stay consistent and disciplined?
I think just the thought of getting bigger and building muscle made me pretty disciplined about it, and just made me going, I think.
Okay.
I can't really remember like what was the reason I was keep going, but I remember that the results I've been seeing in the mirror, I really liked it. So I was just like, let's keep going. Let's keep grinding. Yeah.
Was there ever a time where you wanted to stop, where you didn't feel motivated?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of times I felt like I didn't feel like I want to stop, but the motivation sometimes was just gone. So I had to like regain that motivation, but I never stopped.
And how did you regain that motivation?
Just going to the gym.
I was like, do it, man, do it. Once you get there, you're good.
Just
right?
do it.
Okay.
I also watch a lot of YouTube videos too. Like watching a lot of people practice and train makes you want to practice and regain that motivation.
So 18, 59 kilos. At what age and weight was your peak form?
It was right before I left Mongolia to Canada. I was 91 or 92 kilograms. That was my highest weight.
Wow. And what age were you at that point?
I was back then, that was 3 years ago, so 23.
So in 5 years, you gain like at least 30 kilos.
Yeah, at least 30 kilos.
Damn. So would you say it was hard for you to gain weight? Because some skinny people, it was hard. What was your body type like?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. It was pretty hard for me to gain weight. I used to eat a lot. I think my metabolism is pretty fast, so I burn just by sitting. I burn a lot, so I had to eat a lot. I remember back in the days, and it was not really pretty, and I didn't really like that time. I was force feeding myself. I used to eat like 3.5K to 4K calories a day, and oh my God, I hated those days now when I think about it. I used to just chug meals, and then I used to chew them, and then when I can't swallow them, I would just drink water to chug it down.
Yeah.
And then that's probably messed up my gut health a little bit, I would say. Yeah.
So what kind of foods were you eating at that time to gain weight?
Mostly anything.
Anything to gain weight.
To gain weight.
And looking back now, what would you change in your diet back then? Like if you restarted from back then, like 18, what would be the steps now after you learned so much?
That's a really nice question. I would really think about my health first of all, because force feeding yourself, eating that much calorie, I think is really not suitable for your body. Because when your body is telling you to stop, you can't like swallow, but you're just forcing yourself to swallow. It's just really bad for your mental health, and also I think physically it's pretty bad too. So I would say I start eating healthy. If I want to start again, all over again, start eating healthy. Think about like what are you putting in your mouth, like especially fast food. Like I would not be eating a lot of fast food that I used to do. Yeah. Whole foods, clean whole foods. Yeah.
Nice. And during the many years of gym, how many times did you change your routine, or did you always just stick to one routine?
I stuck with push-pull legs. That was really my go-to workout plan. But over time, I kind of changed it as I started getting more knowledge. Yeah.
And you mentioned that you gained your knowledge from YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Was that your only source of information?
Yeah, that was, I would say, my 90% of source. And then sometimes when I go to the gym, I would just talk to people, try to get advice from the fitness trainers that used to work there. Yeah. But mostly YouTube. And reading a lot of like research. Yeah.
Nice. And so I've heard you ask this question before, but when you reach your peak form, what kind of emotions were you feeling?
I was just happy that I was big.
Yeah. You look good.
I was just happy that I was big. Like how I looked like in the videos and in the mirror. It was, I was pretty happy. But my face was pretty bloated. So I didn't really like the fact that my face gets fat
along with your body.
Yeah, That's the worst part, I guess, being bloated.
Yeah, actually, when I used to gym consistently back in school, I got big here, but I actually got big on my face too.
Right.
I hate it so much. It was like, this is the wrong way to cut, right? I didn't know how to cut. I never asked anyone. So I tried to get abs. So I did abs a lot, but I ate less. But I ended up losing all my muscle mass. So I went back to being skinny, which pretty much like my year or two of gymming went to waste. So imagine I'm you back then, like 18 years old, 59 kilos. What's the most important piece of advice you would give back to your old self?
Would be just eat health.
Eat healthy.
Eat healthy, yeah. I would say barely eat junk food and
Okay.
just stick to healthy food no matter what. Even though you're trying to gain weight as soon as possible, eating that much calories, that much junk food is just not worth it.
Yeah.
You mostly get fat more than muscles, so I would not recommend that.
That's true. Would you say like that's also the same and most important advice you give to someone trying out the gym, or you give them something different?
Don't rush to lift heavy, I would say, because a lot of people, when they start doing weights, they just want to lift heavy. Like, they see the video on YouTube and then they see how much people are lifting.
Yeah.
And then if you're starting off, you haven't perfected technique yet, so it's really risky to get injured. And injury is not the thing that you really want to get.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to get injured. So I would say perfect the technique first, and then gradually just increase your weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So in my case, in high school, we didn't really have a personal trainer or anything. We just, as one of my friends, one of my friends told me, and because we had so much like energy, we were able to like lift heavy.
Yeah.
But I had no technique, so I rushed to lift heavy because I thought that was the best way to get bigger.
Yeah.
And that's why I have shoulder issues now. So to this day, I have shoulder and back issues. So it's been bad. Even with you, like when we gym together, like you actually taught me how to dumbbell press properly. So I didn't even know how to do that for the past, like 10 years of my life until you showed me, like, oh shit, no wonder why my shoulder's bad. Yeah. So technique, very important, right?
Very important.
Very important. Research before you get hurt, and it's not worth it.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you're 18, fresh going to the gym, you don't want to be like us who has injury problems. Because you actually injured yourself.
Yeah,
right?
I injured myself 2 years ago. I injured my tendon. I got a tennis elbow. Yeah.
Can you explain what happened and what you were dealing with in that situation?
So I think it was just the injury was like building up. So the therapist that I saw kind of said it comes from overtraining. I don't really know the reason why I got injured because it was not during the workout. Like I started noticing it after a couple of days. I don't really know the reason why I got injured.
Okay. Could one guess be that you didn't give your body like enough rest in between? You're addicted to the gym. You always went almost every day.
Yeah.
6 days a week, right?
Almost 6 days a week. Yeah. But I think it was just because during that time I was in a college, so I was with less sleep, with a little bit less food, and then I was training as hard as I can.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's one.
Yeah.
Could be the reason, but
to have
I'm
the
not
proper
really sure.
nutrients.
Yeah.
And rest, so your body didn't recover as fast. You also were a personal trainer in Mongolia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what was that experience like?
It was really nice. That was the first time I really started working as a personal trainer. And the gym that I worked at, it was a brand new gym, and that was the biggest in Mongolia. So it was really nice meeting a lot of new people and training people, listening to their stories, where they come from and why they started doing weightlifting. So it really opened my eyes.
Nice.
To the fitness industry, working as a personal trainer.
Good.
Yeah.
And I know you've been too busy studying now and all of that, but would that be something you want to do in the future again?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I really want to train people. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I would say bodybuilding, I mean, weightlifting is my passion. So that option is always there for me.
Nice. So I wanted to ask, what's either your most favorite moment with a client? Like one day you felt the most joy, or your most successful client story?
There's one person coming to my mind when you asked that question, and it was back in Mongolia. I worked with her for 2 to 3 months, and then she was 80 kilograms, 70 to 80 kilograms in between that stage. And then she was really embarrassed how she looked. And then she was really not keen on to go into the gym because of how she looked. But she came to the gym and started working with me. And then we dropped 30 kg in 2 months. So that was my biggest and her biggest accomplishment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What's something you did that contributed to the most to her motivation?
In my opinion, getting closer with your client, working really close with her and making her comfortable as who she is and how she looks. So you never judge her. You just be her personal trainer or a friend. You can be her friend. You have to build that trust between you guys, so she can tell her story, her like fragile side. I think, yeah, the most important part is getting to know your client and just getting close as much as possible. Yeah,
that's good advice. Yeah, I like that. So you kind of empathize with them, build that relationship, so they trust you. Right? All depends on trust, right?
Yeah, it all depends on trust.
They trust you, they'll be able to take your advice.
Definitely, and put in work in 100%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
nice.
If they don't trust you, they're probably gonna question: is it really good for me?
Yeah.
Is it really gonna help me? Yeah.
Yeah. And would you say, like, after you finish your studies and get a full-time job, would you be interested in being back into the personal trainer industry on the side?
Oh, definitely. That's one of my options.
Options?
As a side. If I really want to do it, I would definitely want to do it.
And yeah, I'm sure most people watching this would like to know if there's actually a secret to abs, or is it simple?
I would say I would say it's pretty simple, but the journey is not simple. Just the part how you achieve it. I would say it's simple. You don't have to make it complicated. I would say you just have to be consistent in what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And from what I heard back then, they say it's 70% diet for abs, but would you agree with that? And what would be your case if not?
Oh yeah, a lot of people say that abs build in the kitchen, like 70% in the kitchen or 30% in the gym.
Yeah.
But I never believed that.
Yeah.
I always stick with 50-50 or 100-100.
Oh, okay.
So you just have to go all out on both sides to see the results. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So how important do you think cardio is just to someone average like me?
I would say cardio is really important, especially for your cardiovascular system. For if you talk about internal or organs, for example, heart is really important. So even though building muscle, cardio plays kind of like an against it, like against building muscle.
Yeah.
But in the other hand, if you think about your health, cardio is really important too. Also, cardio plays a crucial role in recovery phase for your muscles.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a lot of people, myself, I like to do active recovery day. So even though I'm not going to the gym, I like to jump on a treadmill, walk for a few minutes, or just walk outside or just play sports.
Yeah.
Just recover your body. Yeah. It's better than just staying in bed or just staying in a couch, just laying around.
Damn it, I'm guilty of that. I hate cardio too. All right, he's caught me out. Okay, I'll do it.
Definitely, bro. You should do it, bro.
Yeah. Just curious, like, seeing as you are now, right? Do you have another fitness goal in mind?
There've been just thoughts in my head that I should compete one day because I've been training for a long time.
Like powerlifting?
Oh no, bodybuilding. Bodybuilding.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was thinking about competing someday. I don't know when, but there's a side of me that want to be
Okay, so
bodybuilder.
So is this the kind of competition where like you get ripped and then you go to on the stage and get oiled up and show your body? Is that what you want to do?
And then you start posing.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
Because you can't really like pose in your Instagram photos to present your clients, right? And you enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
So it's just on another level in front of a larger audience.
Yeah, definitely.
Good, yeah. I actually have a friend that does that in Australia.
Oh yeah?
He's actually a PT as well.
Ooh.
So he competes every year, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Professional.
Yeah. You'll like him. His name's Vincent.
Nice.
Chow. That's nice, man. Hopefully one day you get to at least experience that, even if it's just like one competition.
Yeah.
As you can say, you made it to that point. And at the end of the day, as long as you're happy with your own body, right? Because if you're happy with your own body, then that will allow you to be on stage. And I guess it doesn't matter if other people doesn't think you're good enough, but for you to come on stage means like, oh yeah,
you're overcoming your fears.
Yeah.
And then it's just winning yourself, I would say. Yeah, because to prep for the competition requires a lot of discipline and sacrifice. To be the number one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess in anything in life, right? If you want to achieve something, you gotta have to sacrifice something,
Definitely.
right? It's not easy getting what you want. There's always a bit of sacrifice in life. And the hardest part is choosing what to sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it could be the most funnest thing that brings you joy in the moment, but only momentarily, right? But then once you achieve your goal, that'll bring you joy long term. So it kind of overweighs it.
Yep.
I really hope you like achieve that goal and hit the bodybuilding stage.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. I'll let you know.
Hopefully, I have money and I can come back to visit and check you out.
Definitely.
That'd be sick.
Or maybe if I'll go to Japan and compete there too. Who knows?
Oh yeah, me in the middle of the world. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I guess to conclude the video, what's like the last piece of advice you would want to give to the people watching?
One piece of advice? Any advice in life or as in fitness?
Yeah, let's do both. So one piece of life advice and one piece of gym advice, just to close it off. You start with gym first if it's easy. Yeah.
For the viewers who are watching this video, and if you're trying to get into fitness and weightlifting, as I said before, take your time. It takes a lot of time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So step by step, try to learn little by little, day by day, perfect your technique. Don't try to rush into lifting heavy weights. Also, do a lot of research, get to know your body. Really helps throughout your journey. If you don't know about your body at all, just try to experiment a lot of different things and then just find out what's best for you. And then just be happy when you're lifting. Don't be forced to do whatever you don't want to do, right? Yeah.
That's true. That's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, as I mentioned, gym's not my favorite thing to do. So, but then when I'm at the gym, I do enjoy like feeling good after lifting weights, but find the exercises that you enjoy.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah. Don't just do the exercises that our fitness influencers are recommending to do.
Yeah.
Get there, try out the machines, try different things, and just go from there.
Nice, man. That's good advice.
And then for life, grind. grind. Yeah. I know we all like to procrastinate, but just try to procrastinate less and do more, I would say.
Yeah.
And also be happy. There's a lot of things in life to make you happy, and don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. There's a lot of stress in this world. Just take it easy. One problem at a time. Yeah. And just be happy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. I need to hear that too, by the way. That was good advice.
Yeah.
I want to take that in as well. Thanks,
I should take that advice too.
Yeah. Well,
all right, bro.
OG.
Thanks for the invite, bro.
All right, thanks coming on. We'll see each other soon.
Definitely.
And yeah, hopefully you'll be seen more often in the next, who knows when.
Yeah.
But good luck with your journey and studies, and hopefully you get where you want to get to. I know our paths won't align at our end game, right? Because I'll be in another country. You're looking to stay here.
Yeah,
but
that is so sad.
We'll keep in touch, and I'm sure you'll do well, man.
I'm sure you'll do well too.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right, bro.
Good shit, man.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that interview with OG, which is pretty much like a podcast, I'd say. And I'm looking to do more things like this in the future, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed it too. It's always nice to hear other people's stories, right? Everyone always has a story to tell. And for the people I'm meeting, I would always love to provide the opportunities for them to tell the story if they'd like to, you know? This is like leaning towards the type of content I do want to produce. Of course, it'll still be majority travel based, but I guess learning people's culture in different countries is a part of the travel sense, I guess. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.